Okay, we're back.
Yay!
Hooray. Time to monkey the island.
Yes. And check out my weak cannon.
Yep. So, yeah, this is the action part of the game. Where not much of the usual, item combining. It actually is like, so yeah, you look at the map, and now you can see other ships. And so there's us, and there's the town that we came from. We go back there to buy new cannons, but we have to get some treasure out of another pirate, so we have to fight them.
Oh.
And so now you get in a sea battle.
Is it actually like...
You click which direction you want to face, and then you right click to shoot your cannons. And going with the wind means you go faster, and that's what the little flag is. And you only have to battle an enemy in this kind of thing once. Once you beat them, if you come back and fight them again later, you don't do this part. And the other thing I will say is you do not need the best cannons to beat the hardest enemies. It just makes it easier.
Okay.
It looks like they're fucking stuck.
The real problem is my cannons don't go that far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, they're weak. And so, right now, this is introductions.
Okay.
So this isn't the actual fight. You know very few lines, so you actually almost want to fail early on, so that way enemies will say things more often.
Okay.
Because that's how you learn the new lines. It's from the enemies.
You're as repulsive as a monkey in a negligee.
I look that much like your fiancé.
Alright, so now you know the comeback for that line.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen such clumsy sword play.
And you don't know the comeback.
My brother is working on a screenplay.
So you just say something stupid instead.
Would you like to be buried or cremated?
With your breath, I'm sure they all suffocated.
And we lose.
Yes.
Open your holes so I may take your treasure.
I haven't got any treasure. Why do you think I was attacking you? I guess I need more practice with this sword
So
fighting
now-
stuff. Hey, at least I showed him in the high seas combat part.
Yeah. So
Okay.
now we basically just want to fight them again. Because it'll go straight to the insult sword fighting.
Okay.
Why is your phone playing a vibration song?
It's ringing.
Oh. Yeah, that's the final guy. We can't beat him.
If you're looking for a fight, you've found one.
Your treasure or your life?
Ha!
So now you can say, so you got the new ones that he did on you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can say those.
Would you like to be buried or cremated?
Oh,
Yep, he doesn't have to come back.
Okay.
But that means you win.
I have never seen such clumsy swordplay.
I'm shaking, I'm shaking.
He had to come back for that one.
Yeah.
You're as repulsive as
Well,
a
that was
monkey in a
it looked
negligee.
like- Oh, nope, he's not going to use the
shaking, I'm
comeback. So, okay, I think that's a win. Yep.
You win!
Give me your treasure.
I didn't want it anyway. It's got that horrible curse.
What?
Only kidding.
We're loaded with
So now we
greed.
can drive back to the...
Gotcha.
Well, well, well.
What?
He's not selling
Oh.
fake lemonade anymore.
Oh, he's
He's
got the
selling
can.
cannons.
When you cheat others, you're really cheating yourself.
Boy, do I know that now. Golly, I'll never cheat on anyone ever again.
Uh-huh.
Honest, I've got a new business
I'll turn it
now,
up.
and
Yeah,
gosh,
go ahead.
it's swell.
What is it?
I'm running guns.
Tell me you're lying.
I never lie anymore, mister. You've shown me the light. Can I interest you in some shrapnelizing ammunition designed to bring exquisite pain and unreasonable suffering to all your enemies?
What do you have for sale today?
Today, customer name here. What's your name again?
Guybrush Threepwood.
Today, Mr. Freepsnud, I can offer you the complete line from Bob's Big Bore Boomer Brand Cannon Incorporated. To start with, we have the entry-level model, the Buccaneer's Buddy. We also have the following cannon models
And yeah,
available.
after we
The
played this 2 weeks
Ouchmaster,
ago,
the
Yeah.
Homemaker
Monday
Deluxe,
I beat it.
the Pain
Okay.
Giver
So I
3000,
yeah, we if
Mr. Massacre,
if we
and
do a
finally,
decent pace,
the
we'll
cannon
finish this in
used
2
by that
streams.
most
Okay, cool.
fearsome
Yeah, it's not
scoundrel,
that much longer.
Rene Rottingham himself.
And then I can make you play Anna's Quest,
Sure.
which is
247.
point and click adventure. That's
Can I interest you in any of these
very
models,
enjoyable.
mister?
I think we can only get the Buccaneers Buddy.
I'll take the Buccaneers Buddy.
The Buccaneers Buddy it is. Let me just check my stock. Yep, we got him. You will not be disappointed, my friend. Now, will that be doubloons, jewels, captured maidens?
My ship's hull's full of booty.
Well, the amount in your treasure hold is not enough
Oh.
for this model.
Would you take my old cannons as a trade-in?
Well, I don't know. They are pretty banged up. Hang on while I check the blue book on them. Okay. I'll have my mom install your new cannon pronto. While she's at it,
Oh,
I'll
that's
also
so
have her
dumb.
pick up the appropriate amount from your hold and pick up your trade-in. Mom!
Okay, now we can head back to the ship. And see, now we got scopes on our cannons.
yeah.
So now we gotta find another pirate to harass. There's them, which we don't know their difficulty until you fight them. And all difficulty is based on how fearsome they are. So we already beat the not very fearsome at all pirates.
Mm-hmm. Still doesn't have great range.
No.
Oof.
Okay.
Boarding a pirate ship can be hazardous to your life.
Don't do the bottom one. That's a
Yeah.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
Don't make me laugh.
We didn't get any of those two bottom ones.
I have never seen such clumsy swordplay.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, still don't get it.
Would you like to be buried or cremated?
I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
I hope we don't just beat him right out, because then
You're
we're
as
not gonna get
repulsive
anything
as a
out of it.
monkey in a negligee.
Oh,
I look
okay.
that much like your fiancé.
Yeah, where you got that one?
Yeah,
I'll leave you devastated, mutilated, and
we don't have that one yet, so that's new.
Let's get these sausages hot-plated.
When your
Someone was
father
saying that
first
these
saw you,
games were
he
kids. I'm
must
like,
have been more
no.
afraid.
Kelly Blue Book jokes would not kind of work with
Yeah,
kids.
that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, they are technically kids' games, and that they
Anophylagic
don't
to the
have
cause of red
any
tide.
bad violence or sexuality or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'll let
But
you live if
a
you
lot of the jokes
Treasure?
only an
You want a
adult would
treasure?
find funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm fresh out.
The semi-fearsome pirates.
Who are you?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
Don't make me laugh.
Now you have to use the arrow.
Okay.
You're stupid.
That's the worst insult I ever heard.
Don't use those.
You're the ugliest monster ever created.
It's so that he actually
I know, but
it
if
puts me
you-
on the back foot so I can
But,
get stuff.
but if you could get answers to the other ones, because there's ones you don't have comebacks to.
Mm.
You'll digest food better if it's been masticated.
Yeah, because you need both parts.
I'll
Gotcha.
leave you devastated, mutilated, and perforated.
With your breath, I'm sure they all suffocated.
Give me your treasure.
If I had treasure, don't you think I'd spend it before grappling with the likes of you?
Hey, I suppose you would. Never mind then.
So dumb.
Get off me deck, you sea slug.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
Don't make me laugh.
We got that one.
We have this one.
And annihilated. Yeah, I don't think we have any of the others.
You're the ugliest monster ever created.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
Alright.
When your father first saw you, he must have been mortified.
I am rubber. You are glue.
I'll leave you devastated, mutilated, and perforated.
Your odor alone makes me aggravated, agitated, and infuriated.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen such clumsy swordplay.
Yeah, we don't got that one.
My brother is working on a screenplay.
I'll hound you night and
So,
day.
that's a new one.
My favorite color is Battleship Gray.
Give me your treasure.
Well, if I hadn't, you'd be the first one to get it.
Arr. You'd better leave now if you value your life.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
Don't make me laugh.
Let's see. Yeah, we got those.
When your father first saw you, he must have been mortified.
I am rubber. You are glue.
I have never seen such clumsy swordplay.
You would have, but you were always
Yeah,
running
there we go.
away.
Yeah.
You're as repulsive as a monkey in a negligee.
I look that much like your fiancé?
Yeah.
I'll hound you night and day.
I am rubber.
Okay.
You are glue.
I think that's a win. Yep.
You win.
Give me your treasure, you wax-covered swab.
The treasure is yours.
We're loaded with
Alright, so we
booty.
can go get some more cannons.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Talk.
Back again, mister?
What do you have for sale today?
I can offer you the complete line from Bob's Big
Yeah.
Bore Boomer Brand Cannon Incorporated. The Ouch Master, the Homemaker Deluxe, the Pain Giver 2000, Mr. Massacre, and finally, the cannon used by that most fearsome scoundrel, Rene Rottingham himself, the Destructomatic T-47. So, can I interest you in any of these models, mister?
I'm assuming you just go one up each
Yeah.
time.
I'll take the Ouch Master.
The Ouch Master it is. Mom!
Head back down to the ship.
Yep. Now they have that?
Yes. Let's see, what's those? Yeah, there's Rottingham. I don't know which one's the better one. I think the green.
Who are you?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
Don't make me laugh.
We got that.
Ugliest monster
Ever
ever
created.
created.
I don't think we have that.
Yeah.
You're the ugliest monster ever created.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
Got the back.
We
The
got that one.
running away was that
Yeah.
one. Just been mortified.
Yeah, I don't think we have that one.
When your father first saw you, he must have been mortified.
At least mine can be
There we go.
identified. You can't match my witty repartee.
Yeah, we don't got that.
Oh, you would have, but you were always running away.
Yeah. I mean,
Coming face to face with me must leave you petrified.
got nothing for that either.
You should let your conscience be your guide.
Give me a treasure.
Well, if I had any, you'd be the first one to get it.
Arr.
Arr.
Sad arg.
It's, just thinking about some of the stupid pirate jokes I know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Uh,
you're a pirate,
like
says
just-
he.
What,
You'll have to
what's a
pronounce his
pirate's
name.
favorite letter?
Yeah.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty
Almost
pirate.
everybody
Don't
goes
make me
R.
laugh.
R.
Yeah.
It's like you'd think that, but a pirate's true love is the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why, but that one always like really like it
It
because it almost always works.
because it subverts your expectation, right?
What? Okay, which one did he use on us? Don't think that we got something for this.
No, we don't have that one yet.
Let's try
I'll hound you night and day.
Then be
There it
my
is.
dog. Sit. Stay. Arr, when your father first saw you, he must have been mortified.
You don't have that one.
At least mine
Oh, at
can
Least
be
mine can
identified.
identified.
That's right, we did get it. Forgot about that.
Ugliest monster ever created. He didn't have a comeback for that.
The witty repartee. We don't
Yeah,
have.
and I think leave you petrified.
You can't match my witty repartee.
I could, if you would use some breath spray.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll leave
Okay,
you
we got that
devastated,
one.
mutilated, and perforated.
Your odor alone makes me aggravated, agitated, and infuriated.
Let's see.
Coming face to face with me must leave you petrified.
I'm shaking.
I think
I'm
that's the win.
shaking.
No. Oh.
It has a
Oh, it's a total of 3, not.
Yeah.
I thought you had to push them back so
no.
far.
It's not tug
It
of
was
war.
clearer than the
Okay.
hold anyway.
We're loaded with booty.
That's what I say about my butt.
Back
I've
again,
got a
mister.
big butt.
I like that you pluralize it.
I'd like to
Say
buy some
we're
cannons from
loaded
pirate
with
ship.
booty.
Yeah, royal we. I am a king. Come on.
King of the porcelain throne. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take the Homemaker Deluxe.
One whole maker deluxe coming right up. Mom!
Oh, they've got another thing on there, I guess. Right there. 'Cause they had that before, but not that.
Yeah. We could at least identify him.
I think there's one other one that's slightly red.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the red ones are like one of the last pirates you should fight. Yeah, you can usually tell if they have the same sounding cannon as you, then that you're on the same skill level. Fucking hug you later.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
We lost a sea battle.
It's first.
So humiliating for a pirate of my skill and experience.
Pretty
Oh, they were
fearsome.
pretty fearsome. Okay. Okay, they're probably lower.
Are they here?
They're somewhere.
There
they are.
they are. Oh yes, actually have range. Okay. Yep, running right into him. Oh, I kept turning me. No. Come on. Yay.
Who are you?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
Don't make me laugh.
Let's see.
Ugliest monster ever created?
You're the ugliest monster ever created.
I am rubber, you are
Still
glue.
not.
Do we have buried or cremated?
Would you like to be buried or cremated?
I'm shaking,
Okay.
I'm shaking.
That one.
Can't match my witty.
Yeah, we don't have
repartee.
that one yet.
You can't match my witty repartee.
Oh,
I
wait, no,
could
we
if
Oh,
you
yeah,
had
we
some
did,
brain
yeah.
spray. Throughout the Caribbean, my great deeds are celebrated.
Okay, then we don't have that one.
At least mine can be identified.
When your father first saw you, he must have been mortified.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least mine can be identified.
Oh, okay.
You win.
Give me your treasure, ya bat-sized sea sponge.
Take it. It was cluttering up the hold anyway.
We're loaded with booty.
Do it.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of luck with getting the replies.
Yeah.
We're getting higher up there.
Back again, mister?
I'd like to buy some cannons for my pirate ship. I'll take the Pain Giver 2000.
The Pain Giver 2000 it is. Mom!
And then we got gas tanks on them.
Oh yeah. Stupid.
Pretty fearsome pirates, Rottingham, and fearsome pirates.
Well, good dodge on their part.
You'd better leave now if you value your life.
I'm saying the same thing over and over again.
Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
Don't make me laugh.
Okay.
Which one?
Yeah, we just
Throughout
got
the
that.
Caribbean, my great deeds are celebrated.
Too bad they're all fabricated.
Okay.
When your father first saw you, he must have been mortified.
This one can be
At
identified.
least mine can be identified.
Let's see.
Ugliest monster ever created. Do we have that one yet?
Hated.
You're the ugliest monster ever created.
Oh, yeah?
If we don't, we still don't have it. Only face to face with the petrified one? Do we have that one yet?
Coming face to face with me must leave you petrified.
Is that your face? I thought it was your backside.
Now we do.
I'll leave you devastated, mutilated,
It
and
doesn't seem to have any new insults.
Mm-hmm.
No, stop.
Your odor alone makes me aggravated, agitated, and infuriated.
Yeah, we are lucking out on the
You win.
replies.
Give me your treasure. Yeah, grubby bilge swigger.
the treasure is yours.
We're loaded.
Guess
with
I'll just get the final cannons and go to the boss at this point.
We have one more pirate to fight before the boss.
Really?
Yes.
Back again,
I
mister?
believe so.
I'd like to buy some cannons for my pirate ship.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
take the Mr. Massacre brand cannon.
One Mr. Massacre coming right up. Mom!
Now they got joysticks.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, we might have to farm the replies off of these guys. Yeah, you need replies for the final fight. That's right, these cannons make like TIE Fighter.
Yeah, a little bit. We did it.
So you're a pirate, says ye? You'll have to prove it, says I.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
Don't make me laugh.
Okay.
Let's see.
We have, still don't have.
You're the ugliest monster ever created.
If you don't count all the ones you
There you
painted.
go.
Heaven preserve me. You look like something that's died.
I don't think I heard that one while I played.
Then be a good dog. Sit, stay.
Listen.
When your father first saw you, he must have been mortified.
Case my no.
At least mine can be identified.
Let's see. Got that one. That's backside.
Backside. Repartee, I feel like we got.
Breath Ray.
Yeah,
Hound Unite Day.
we have.
Good Dog Sit Stay. Swordplay was running away.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the 3 to the 3.
What do you like? Do we not have that? No, we don't have that one
Would
yet.
you like to be
'Cause
buried
I know
or
what the answer
cremated?
is. There it
With
is.
you around, I'd prefer to be fumigated.
Okay.
We got what, 2 from him? Just new?
We got 1 new insult, 2
Okay.
new
Before
replies.
grappling with the likes of you?
Aye, I suppose you would. Never mind then.
Oop.
Boarding a pirate ship can be hazardous to your life.
I've come to plunder your treasure.
Ha ha!
Let's see.
That's the one he said to us.
Heaven preserve me.
Heaven preserve me, you look like something that's died.
I'm shaking! I'm shaking!
Okay.
Every enemy I've met, I've annihilated.
With your breath, I'm sure they all suffocated. Throughout the Caribbean, my great deeds are celebrated.
Fabricated.
Yes.
Too bad they're all fabricated.
So anything we don't have?
Pretty sure that's
I think-
everything.
I think we got, yeah, answers to all of these.
You're the ugliest monster ever created.
If you don't count all the ones you've dated. I'll skewer you like a sow at a
We don't
buffet.
got that one.
Nope.
With your breath, I'm sure they all suffocated.
Which is that's the loss. Yep.
Yep.
Give me your treasure.
Treasure? You wanted treasure? I'm sorry, I'm fresh out.
Okay.
You best sail away before you get hurt.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
Don't make me laugh.
I'll skewer you like a sow at a buffet.
When I'm done with you, you'll be a boneless
Yeah.
fillet. Heaven preserve me. You look like something that's died.
I don't remember the.
It died. We didn't get this one.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's the if you're planning to retire, have money set aside.
If you're planning on retiring, have money set aside.
Every enemy I've met, I've annihilated.
With your breath, I'm sure they all suffocated. Would you like to be buried or cremated?
With you around, I'd prefer to be fumigated.
You get
Give
one
me
new
your
one
treasure.
from him.
Mm-hmm.
If I had treasure, don't you think I'd spend it before grappling with the likes of you?
Aye, I suppose you would. Never mind then. Who are you?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
Don't make me laugh.
So it's the new one. And we got that one. Yeah? Thought we got a new one.
Heaven preserve me, you look like something that's died.
The only way
Ah.
you'll be preserved is in formaldehyde.
Here we go.
Every enemy I've met, I've annihilated.
With your breath, I'm sure they all suffocated. I'll hound you night and day.
Then be a good dog. Sit. Stay. I can't rest till you've been exterminated.
Ooh, that's a new one.
I haven't fed my dog for so long, he's emaciated.
Give me your treasure.
I haven't got any treasure. Why do you think I was attacking you?
Okay, so there's a new one.
Yes.
Get off me, dead, you say slow.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
Don't make me laugh.
I can't rest till you've been exterminated.
Then perhaps you should switch to decaffeinated. Every enemy I've met, I've annihilated.
With your breath, I'm sure they all suffocated. You're as repulsive as a monkey in a negligee.
I look that much like your fiancé? When your father first saw you, he must have been mortified.
At least mine can be identified.
Escape. Bounce the sea.
Coming face to face with me must leave you petrified.
Is that your face? I thought it was your backside.
And that's a loss.
Yeah.
So I need to figure out which one he...
Ha! I've beaten you. I'll let you live if you give me your treasure.
He
Treasure?
doesn't have a reply
You
to.
wanted treasure?
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm always on the back foot and I'll lose.
Mm-hmm.
What be you wanted?
I've come to plunder your treasure.
I'll see you clapped in irons first.
And we got all the answers from the ones he gave us, right?
Yeah.
Would you like to be buried or cremated?
With you around, I'd prefer to be fumigated. You can't match my witty repartee.
And there it is.
Well, I could, if you would use some breath spray.
Hmm.
You're stupid. I feel like there's got to be one, and then I can win.
Yeah.
I think that we've done all those before.
I think so.
That was his.
When your father first saw you, he must have been mortified.
At least
Damn.
mine can be identified. Killing you would be justifiable homicide.
Oh.
There's a new one. So yeah, we don't have the answer to that.
I sent a letter to the King of Portugal, who never replied.
I fancy you have treasure. Hand it over.
Treasure? You wanted treasure? I'm sorry, I'm fresh out.
Boarding a pirate ship can be hazardous to your life.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, a mighty pirate.
Don't make me laugh.
Okay.
Killing you would be justifiable homicide.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
There we go. And now it doesn't matter because I'm
Every
one up.
enemy I've met, I've annihilated.
With your breath, I'm sure they all suffocated. I've never seen such clumsy swordplay.
Well, you would have, but you were always running away. I'll leave you devastated, mutilated, and perforated.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
Here we go.
You win!
Give me your treasure. You reeking, musty, stench-soaked freebooter.
I didn't want it anyway.
We're loaded with booty.
Alright, time to get the final cannons.
Yeah. Give me them big boys.
Back again, mister?
I'd like to buy some cannons for my pirate ship. I'll take the
Sweet.
Destructomatic T-47.
Whoa, mister. You've entered a select group of pirates. You've just ordered the Destructomatic T-47 armor-piercing carnage delivery system with auto-loading and fax motor. Quite a fine piece of hardware if I do say so myself. Mom!
Alright. Now that radar dish.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're down a little bit because
Really?
those are loud ass
Wow.
cannons.
Lost again. What am I doing wrong?
Okay. Okay, they fire clear across the screen. Yay.
What do you want, Monsieur Thropwin?
I've come for my map.
I've nothing to fear from you, urchin. I can't tell which of my traits has you the most intimidated.
So his whole thing is he's on the offense all the time, and he gives you insults you haven't heard before, and you have to choose the appropriate comeback.
Oh. Said intimidated?
Yes, you can actually ask him to repeat the line if you want to.
Color coordinated. Yeah, I kind of missed what he said.
Yeah, you want the context. Could you repeat that?
Could you repeat that?
I can't tell which of my traits has you the most intimidated.
Your odor alone makes me aggravated, agitated, and infuriated.
Okay.
When I'm done, your body will be rotted and putrefied.
The only way you'll be preserved is in formaldehyde.
I think it was identified.
Ah,
You'll find I'm dogged and relentless to my prey.
sit, stay.
Yeah.
Then be a good dog. Sit, stay.
Your looks would make pigs nauseated.
I look that much like your
Didn't
fiance.
rhyme.
Yeah.
You're a disgrace to your species. You're so undignified.
Oh, is that your face? Oh, I thought it was your backside.
Yeah.
Nothing on this earth can save your sorry hide.
At least mine can be identified.
Maybe.
Do that or formaldehyde.
The only way you'll be preserved is in formaldehyde.
Yeah, okay.
Never before have I faced someone so sissified.
Say something, I'm a little preoccupied. It's not a bad comeback, but it's not.
Yeah. Never seen someone so sissified.
Is that your face? I thought it was your backside.
Maybe, yeah.
Try it out. Where is it? There it is.
Oh, is that your face? Oh, I thought it was your backside.
Yeah.
Nothing can stop me from blowing you away.
It'll be a bonus fillet.
Maybe. Oh. Wait, no.
I'm blowing you away. I could.
She'd use some breath spray. That is in the context.
Yeah. How can you? Yeah, I'm going with.
When I'm done with you, you'll be a boneless fillet.
Okay.
My skills with a serve are highly venerated.
Venerated.
Too bad they're all fabricated.
Who got him?
Sacre bleu! I cannot believe it! I have been defeated in battle!
So give me that map, take your ship and skedaddle.
You win! You win! You'll get your map back!
You were doomed from the start, you kleptomaniac.
Alright, I give up already.
It's no wonder you lost with a sword so unsteady.
Merci, I beg you, no more insults, please.
Your smell and face remind me of moldy old cheese.
Ah!
We got the map back. Now we can sail to Blood Island.
Yay. The bartender, the thieves, his Hanson, and her lover. And we crash on a different island. Because it's an adventure
Yeah,
game.
I was actually gonna expect you to go just over the horizon.
Oh, I just fall.
Yeah.
We've got to keep her on course for Blood Island. Van Helgen!
I'm doing all I can here! Agus! Lend a hand! I'm barely holding on myself, mate!
Can't hold it, Captain.
She's the devil's own!
That was still a good one. Is there another super famous Scottish type person in the work of fiction? Because I always go
I
Scotty.
guess I blacked out for a second.
But
Where's
like,
the
is
way?
there another one that's just as
We were a wee
big?
bit into the woods when we crashed.
Then let's get going. We'll find her, then
Sean
scour the island for the
Connery.
uncursed diamond ring that'll transform her back to normal.
Actually,
We're
yeah.
thinking we will,
It
lad.
is.
What do you mean?
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
what do you mean, Haggis?
No, I'm not saying James Bond. I'm saying Sean Connery is a
Believe in
mythical
you.
figure that
Did I
doesn't
mention that
exist.
I'm offering my crew
Oh,
a
yeah.
pension plan?
That's why he always was old, even though he was always young.
Well, why, Haggis? Why?
He's also a vampire then.
And a Highlander.
And a Highlander.
Mhm.
And a Spanish one at that.
Yes.
We already talked about they're remaking that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She'd be wanting us to do her hair.
You're going back to being barbers?
Aye. We'll be sailing back to Plunder Island just as soon as we can fix the ship. Good luck, Captain Driftwood. It were a pleasure to be looting with you.
I guess I'm on my own again.
What, slipped out of my hand? No, I actually picked it up.
You'd best believe in
Ah.
that. That there hand lotion be for the rough, dry skin that can often accompany ship repair.
Yeah, and the sequel, Escape from Monkey Island, a guy beats everybody in sword fighting because he's Australian and nobody understands what he's saying.
The bottle has a cork.
And that was the last time they ever did insult sword fighting.
I
They
can't pull the
replaced it
cork
with,
out my
with the
hands.
monkey combat, which was stupid and horrible and
Hmm.
ruined the last bit of this next game.
Elaine looks like she's alright. Hang on, honey. I'm going to get you out of this mess.
Can you believe your eyes?
They sure are white. Hey, a stump. No.
Left me stumped. Drink grog.
Mm-hmm.
They're stabbing each
Yeah.
other. Awesome.
You can actually pull the little chain on that and it'll make it go faster. And you can
Hi
keep
there.
pulling it and it'll go faster and faster.
Ah, please, keep it down. No screaming. Oh, my head.
Hi, I'm Guybrush. And you would be?
I am Madame Zima, mistress of the ancient arts of precognition and
great.
augury, diva of divination.
Cool. You're a fortune teller.
Ah, that and so much more.
Whatever. Tell me my fortune.
I do not think you wish to hear. There are things of which a man is better off being ignorant.
Oh, but I'm already ignorant of so many things. I want to know my
No.
future.
No, you are not meant to know.
I bet you just can't do it. That's the problem. You can't do it, and you're afraid everyone will find out you're just a phony.
You know, I could put a curse on you that would make every morsel of food you eat become a ravenous cockroach inside your intestines, giving you the most excruciating...
I was breaking down some boxes before throwing them away.
Mm-hmm.
I was grabbing them
So are
like
you
this,
gonna tell me my fortune or
and
not?
like it was slightly bent one way. As soon as I went like this, the part that was bent one way bent in the other way, hit me right in the nose, which like hit me hard enough, even though it's just cardboard, that like I didn't get a nosebleed, but you know when you get hit in the nose or like in the face and
Yeah.
you suddenly your sinuses are completely clear.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I'm like, oh god, and like even today, like I have a little bit of a scratch right there. I'm like, huh, that was pretty stupid of me.
Do you know anything about the lost ring of Blood Island?
I sense tremendous sorrow in connection with that ring, and a great part missing. A beautiful diamond.
Where's the diamond?
I see a dark cave filled with evil men, and a place of death. A dark island in the form of a giant skull.
What's in the cards for me? Fame? Fortune? Romance?
Ah, very well.
Yeah, this is
we will
a good
consult
game to
the
kind of
cards.
end
Yeah.
tonight on because
Process
it can be
of reading the
relaxing.
tarot
Like I said, it does
is
a lot of the
very
talking for
complex
us.
one.
Yeah.
Each draw of the cards foretells an upcoming event in your life. When assembled, they will tell the story of your future. A future filled with twists and... Ah!
No yelling.
Lord, woman, stop that screaming.
What is it? Is that a good?
It is death.
Well, in the tarot, death just means change, right? I mean, it's nothing to get worried about, right?
Sure, whatever you say. Now, please go.
Look, a three-headed monkey.
Ah! Then the prophecies were true. Where? I don't see anything.
Hey, must have run away.
This is a very bad omen.
Be a grog man.
It says, be a grog man. That fork is stuck in all that congealed cheese.
And then I'll reset it if you do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, just stupid.
Anything else? Pickles, bombs.
Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood, and I'm...
Stop yelling.
I wasn't yelling, I was just...
Ah, I've got a terrible hangover. Find something to clear my head and I can talk to you. And keep it down.
Can I take stuff from you?
Leave that alone. And turn down the lights, will you?
There is stuff to take.
Nah, they go straight to my hips. It's made from porcelain.
Ah.
It's a shameless ad for grog. More porcelain? When will this nightmare end?
Here we go. Is it all?
To the right, you can turn pages.
Okay. The bloody stump. A lead container. Mixed with hook. Tonic. Cilantro and everything. One egg, pepper, hair of the dog that bit ya. So we need egg, pepper, and the hair of the dog that bit ya. So alcohol.
Cilantro.
This page intentionally will play fuck you game.
Should be near the bottom.
can't pull that out with my hand.
Of course.
I can't pull it in.
Oh, you knock it out and then get it from the other side. Okay.
Mhm.
What do I have on me? Not much.
It's a bunch of old portraits of the Van Salad family.
Seems like the only thing to do in there. Okay.
Yeah. For now.
I can see the hallway.
Actually, there's something you can do right now, and it's not obvious. Open your inventory.
It's locked.
The bottle of cream, or that one.
Mhm.
Open the bring the wheel up, and use talk.
Oh, bite.
Yeah. I was looking for a corkscrew of some sort.
Yeah, I figured I would get something.
Yeah, and I couldn't figure it out, and I was like, oh, it's the fucking... Yeah. Just to avoid
Comfy.
that.
It looks out onto the cemetery. I don't carry around other people's spit anymore. I've grown past that stage.
I thought it was gonna be like a little weak one that he wasn't able to do. Too strong? I don't know.
I really don't want to know what's in there. I really don't want to know what's in there.
Well, then you suck.
Extended family-size processed cheese food spread. I think this is the stuff they use to make nachos.
It's not your cheese, so.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything you can do in here right now.
Okay. But now I got a refrigerator magnet. Nothing else I can do.
There is one item in here at least that you can get.
Specifically in this.
Yeah, in this room.
In this room, okay.
Yeah. It's not a very obvious item.
Like it's hard to.
You wouldn't think it's an item.
Okay.
No ID, no grog. Just one more example of how the man keeps us down.
Oh, brochures. I didn't even notice those.
It says, visit Big Whoop for an eternity of pain and torment. I mean fun and laughter. If you're a pirate with a sturdy skeletal structure and a high threshold for pain, but high threshold for pain is crossed out and replaced with craving for adventure, then Big Whoop is the place for you. Visit Big Whoop. Do it right now. There's no pictures or maps or anything. It just says that it's an awful lot of fun. Honest. I don't want to get her mad at me.
Take the neon sign. I figure I can't pull out the fork because of.
Yeah, it's cemented in
Yeah.
the cheese.
I'm sure it's never been cleaned.
Oh, please stop touching things. Stop that racket.
It's not related to the spittoon, is it?
No.
Okay. Take the mirror.
No, don't touch that. Oh, my head.
That doesn't look like something I can take.
Yeah.
I
No.
can't take porcelain things.
Nope. Yeah, the only reason I'm playing it is because it will be part of getting the hangover cure.
Oh, so we need some alcohol or.
Well,
Hair
it's
dog.
it's a tool from here.
Oh, okay.
It's part of it. It's not one of the ingredients.
What is there? A what are they called? A jink or something like that?
Oh, a jigger?
Jigger.
Yeah.
What was that?
Just get me the ingredients for a hangover remedy and I'll talk to you.
Now can I take them?
Nah, they go straight to my hips.
Yeah, surprisingly, no, you don't use pickles.
Nah, they go straight to my hips.
He said don't touch that.
Please, stop touching things. I swear I'll never drink again.
Can't get any alcohol, it looks like.
There you go.
Cushion.
Yep.
Okay.
You needed a cushion.
I mean, sometimes for that pushing. Saw some friends the other day, and I just looking at them, I'm like, There's a few of my friends that are getting more and more fit, which is nice to see. And then there's other friends that are just putting on more and more weight.
That are fitting into things less.
Yeah, and spilling out of things. And it's just one of those things I'm
Looks like it was quite a show.
I know I can't say anything to you because you have a whole idea about your...
I'm not gonna carry around that heavy iron pot for no reason.
I would lose weight if I could type of person. Like,
Yes.
it's like you
It's
can...
a big, heavy
you can do it.
cast iron cooking pot.
You just need to, try.
This barbecue is too cold to cook anything.
Okay, so we need... Watch somebody cook things.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's it here, unless I can take one of these tiki
Nah,
lanterns.
there's nothing really out here.
Seeing those guys lit up never fails to bring a smile to my face.
Let's go to the graveyard.
Blood Island Municipal Housing for the Deceased. It says Tex Venture. The Good Soup Family Crypt. Miller the Sot. Here lies old Miller. He's far past his prime. He drank some weed killer with a half twist of lime.
Oh, I thought that said something else. Talk to
Nah.
Oh. Hear the dog that bit you.
Lilies. How cliche. No. I can't see anyone in there right now.
You hear your stomach go growling over there.
Yeah, I got a little gurgle going.
It's beginning to spell a word. What could it be? Rib roast? Riboflavin?
Now I can get that nail.
Looks like the gravedigger is a little behind on his burials. It says Old Blind Pew.
Is that him barking?
Yeah.
He's just not very social, I guess. I don't want that. No. Someone should really learn to properly...
Burn them.
No. No.
Okay. What do I have?
Yeah, you already have one set of brochures that you haven't used yet.
I can't use the skeleton arm with that. I can't use the skeleton arm with that.
Okay.
Felt like a first thing to go for is give the dog a bone.
Yeah. Is there anything I can do with the dog right now?
Yes.
Okay.
You have the means.
actually get me anything? No, but now that he bit me, I can take his hair.
Okay, fella, this won't hurt a bit. Hey, I guess it didn't hurt a bit. He must be shedding.
There we go.
Yeah, you could have gotten the hair before.
Oh.
Yeah, because you clicked on the dog, not the smelly dog hair.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But it is the dog that bit me now.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, exactly. I brought the hair. He's like, did it? Is this the hair of the dog? No. Then it won't work.
Mm.
So I had to go back and give him the biscuit.
There's the pepper.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just gonna need egg.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, indeed. And there's not anything else you can really do here right now. It's locked.
It's locked.
Cool.
They're spinning around the top of the windmill. This village is deserted. How curious. Well, I haven't gotten any use for this fruit. No. It's a hand-carved mask in the likeness of Leroy, god of pudding. No.
Oh.
Yep.
You look familiar somehow.
Perhaps it's because I look like a big lemon.
Oh, yeah. But it's more than that. We've met before, back on Monkey Island.
Ah, Monkey Island. We had a nice village there. Rent-controlled huts close to the good schools. Those were the salad days, so to speak. Till they put in that darned carnival.
Carnival?
Yes, carnival. Just as soon as they put up the first tent, whoosh! The whole place becomes trendy. Sailors coming in at all times of the night. That awful music droning on and on. And to be honest with you, I think the Midway games are rigged.
Yeah.
At night, it wasn't safe for a cannibal to walk the island alone.
You know, I can hold my breath underwater for 10 minutes.
I see. What if the water's boiling? Do you think you could last about 45 minutes? It's been so long since I've made any bouillon. How I did love bouillon. But we are no longer vicious and bloodthirsty cannibals.
No?
No. We underwent a paradigm shift in our belief system several years ago.
A paradigm shift? You don't say.
We decided we wanted to live a healthy cannibal lifestyle, completely cut back on our fatty missionary intake, and went vegetarian altogether. But there certainly was a time I would have eaten you. Young guy like you, not too much muscle.
Hey!
I'd probably marinate you in white wine for 45 minutes, dip you in a light corn batter, wrap you in banana leaves and bury you in a pit with 100 hot coals, let you roast overnight. Then I'd serve you on a bed of basmati rice with a garnish of shiitake mushrooms and shallots.
But not anymore, right?
But
But not anymore, right?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right.
I'm Guybrush. Boy, am I getting tired of saying this. Threepwood. Mighty pirate.
I am Lemonhead. Can I help you with something?
Aren't you afraid the volcano will destroy your village?
The volcano? Oh, no. Mount Acidophilus is completely harmless. We have curried favor with Sherman, the all-powerful god of the volcano.
The god of the volcano likes spicy foods?
Shut up, or I'll eat you.
Okay.
When we first landed on this island, the volcano god was most upset. Belching out smoke, vomiting up lava. It was disgusting, really. And potentially hazardous. We knew we had to do something.
I like that it's almost the, like...
Snobby.
Yeah.
Would do the trick.
A reasonable
wasp.
assumption.
Yes, he's a snobby cannibal.
Sacrifice into the volcano, Mount Acidophilus erupted violently. We thought Sherman was upset at us, so we started making sacrifices every day. We tried everything. Fish, poultry, livestock, phenylalanine.
The usual.
Then one day, we tried brie. There was a huge eruption that nearly killed us all.
What happened?
Sherman is lactose intolerant.
Ah, it all makes sense now.
Now, Sherman is on a very strict diet. He only gets fresh fruit, vegetables, and of course, soy products for the proteins so important to muscle building.
Stand aside. I mean to visit the volcano.
I'm afraid I cannot allow that. Our ritual offering is about to begin.
Terrific. I'm fascinated by your quaint tribal customs.
Postcards and slides are available in the lobby. Non-cannibals are forbidden from witnessing the actual ceremony.
That's so unfair.
Tell it to the volcano gods. I don't make the rules, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Gotta run. Bye.
Yeah, nothing to.
Just check.
No stealing there.
Auger and measuring cup.
That doesn't need to be augured.
There's one thing you can take still.
No.
Oh god. I hate. Like cooking, like I enjoy it in quite a few dishes, but generally it's just.
Yeah, it's a fine little supplementary thing.
Yeah. Can you tell I know there's stuff I can do right now.
No, you're still missing one of the ingredients.
I know.
Oh. Yeah, that mallet and the chisel come in handy frequently.
Okay.
That's why you don't give normal tools to the player.
Yeah.
Baron C. Lambert Chowdergutsu, pioneer of crouton technology. He looks a lot like the guy at the bar. I'd better get rid of this incriminating picture frame.
God damn it.
What?
Egg.
There's one more location you haven't gone to yet.
Oh, is there?
Yes.
I didn't notice.
Actually, there's two. Right here.
I can't reach it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't reach it. That doesn't need to be augured. I can't use the nail with that. I can't use a balloon with that.
God damn it.
You guys will look at the actual sign itself.
Oh, did I not? Okay.
Lost Welshman Ferry Line. Haunted sea cruises and whale watching excursions daily. I don't need any rocks. I can't use the cushion with that.
Thought he'd put it down.
Wow, I never knew the Caribbean had so many rubber trees. I can't shake it hard enough with just my hands. The egg would break when it hit the ground.
No.
I can't use the cushion with that. I can't use the cushion with
Come
that.
on.
You're so close.
I figured as much.
And you're not doing the obvious thing. Use the cushion with the egg and the cushion with the tree. But what's the problem with the egg falling out of the tree?
It needs to land on the cushion. Oh, I need to put it on wrong.
Yes! You have to put it where the egg's gonna land. You're overthinking it.
Okay, now I can talk to him.
Yes. Because, he starts a lot of the stuff here.
Boy, it's windy up here. It concentrates the light into a beacon for wayward vessels. Makes a man proud. This is where the lighthouse light would go, if it had one. With all these broken windows, it's no wonder the light blew out.
Okay. I have all the stuff. Do I need to talk to you, or do I need to
yeah.
put it on you?
What was that?
Yeah, just give them the items.
Yeah.
Just get me the ingredients for a hangover remedy and I'll talk to you.
I found this egg for your hangover remedy.
Eggs.
This is some of the hair of the dog that bit me.
Eggs.
Here's a wild pepper for your hangover remedy.
Eggs. That's all the ingredients I need. Let me quietly mix up a dose. Ah, much better. Here, you can take the rest.
I don't believe we've met. Who are you?
I am Griswold, last of the good soups and proprietor of this hotel. You may have heard of us and our soup restaurant resort empire that stretches across the Caribbean.
Well,
This was once our proudest resort. In recent years, however, hard times have befallen the family Good Soup and left me alone in this rotting hotel. The Good Soup Plantation Resort Hotel and Casino.
what do you know about the lost ring of Blood Island?
Ah, that's a very sad chapter in my family's history. My great-aunt, Minnie Stroner Goodsoup, was a well-to-do member of Blood Island society. Her one weakness was her romantic nature. She had a thing for pirates. One in particular. He came into port, she fell instantly in love, and they were engaged within the week. Then, on the eve of their wedding, he stole the fantastic Good Soup diamond from her ring and sold it to smugglers on Skull Island. She wore the empty engagement band on her finger until the day she died, which was not long after. Some say she still haunts the Good Soup family tomb. It is a sad story, is it not?
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. Could you repeat that?
Get lost, Chowderhead.
How can I get out to Skull Island?
Well, there used to be a regular ferry out to Skull Island.
Used to?
One cold night, so the tale goes, the Welshman set out in his dinghy. The deep fog around Skull Island obscured even the Welshman could see the distant
Sleepy,
light of
tired
Blood
end of the
Island
day.
lighthouse. When it rode half the distance,
Looking forward to
the
eating some
light of the
food.
lighthouse was mysteriously smashed, and the poor Welshman was lost, almost never to be seen.
What would you like to eat tonight?
I don't know. Also, I mentioned to Nathan if he wanted to.
Oh, he's actually in town?
Yeah, he's in the area.
Oh.
He's visiting for his cousin's birthday. / he needed to get some papers.
Creepy.
Okay.
Stuff.
I mean, if in that the case, we could do Gan.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to meet.
I'd be up for
Hypothetically,
it.
how would one get
Me too. That's why I
experienced in-
suggested it.
Mhm.
have to die.
Oh, crud.
And also, it's just like one of those things. Like I keep eating out, and then like today, I was supposed to go shopping on Friday, and I didn't because I'm like, okay, all day on Saturday had stuff to do, got my car serviced, so I had breakfast with friends, then went to lunch because Frankie's in town.
Okay.
And so had lunch with her and her family, which was interesting. It's one of the things like, it's kind of weird how often I've hung out with her family. Like, of all of my friends, I'm like, wow, yeah, I've been to your dad's retirement. I've gone to weddings with you. Like, we've done some like just weird ass moments. Just
Yes.
But
Sure.
so I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't go out and grab food, all because I'm having food all day tomorrow. And then
Yeah.
my friends were having a housewarming last night. And Little John hit me up on Friday for going out to eat. I'm like, okay, yeah, that just seals it. I'm not gonna have food in my house for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So if I eat a shit ton, I don't need breakfast.
I'll take a drink that simply reeks of sophistication.
I've got a drink that simply reeks. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it.
Sure.
Ah, Papa Pichu, here's your glass back.
Ask for a drink again.
Yeah, no, I think I remember that this is a
What will you have?
stupid thing.
No, just get the bottom one.
Oh.
Give me a big fruity drink with an umbrella in it.
Good choice. It's a delicious.
So you're supposed to get a
taste
game
of the
over
island,
moment in one of
made
these.
with lemon, grapefruit,
Which is actually-
and ground beef.
You need it?
Hey, don't I get one of those decorative umbrellas to go in my tropical drink?
I don't think we have any. No, I'm wrong. I do have this one.
Oh, please be. Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
And yeah, you could technically get a forced game over.
Ah, Papa Pichu.
That's not an actual forced game
That's
over.
not a forced game.
Yeah.
Yes.
But isn't that a thing that you have to do?
Yes. You actually you have the clues on how to do it. It does involve getting a drink,
I'd like a drink, please.
Sure.
and then doing something else.
I mean, it's probably in the recipe book. Probably one of the drinks without cilantro.
But they all have cilantro. It goes with everything.
Ah, there it is.
The bottle's closed. Darn child-proof caps?
Fucking hell.
I can't open it.
Yep.
That opened.
Again, the fucking chisel and mallet seem to be solutions to almost everything.
That makes the drink oh so much more appealing. it just occurred to me that mixing medicine and alcohol is a really stupid and possibly
Yes.
lethal thing to do. If I were a real person instead of a lovably inept cartoon character with the potential for a few more sequels, I wouldn't even consider it. Skull. That's odd. It's supposed to cause drowsiness. I don't feel the least bit drowsy.
Yes.
In fact, I feel,
So then the Undertaker says, I wanted to be a pallbearer, but I couldn't stop coughing.
And his name is Mort.
Mm-hmm.
So what's with the new guy?
Oh, he's been like that for an hour now. Passed out cold. He'll come around.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
I guess that's the end of the game then.
But with him being the main character and all, funny. I didn't think you could die in LucasArts Adventure
Nice.
games.
Well, maybe they're trying something different.
When I should take care of him?
Would you? It's bad for business having him just lie there.
Rest in peace and all that.
Hey! I'm not really dead. Oh, come on, cut it out.
Okay.
It won't open. I'm trapped. I can't use the mallet with that.
Really?
That doesn't need to be augured. Open sesame! Darn.
Oh, it didn't work.
Fortune telling won't work with that.
Oh, come on. Yeah,
Yeah, it's one of those things of just.
it's gonna work on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. Where's that telltale pounding coming from? It's coming from within one of these coffins. From the dead.
You've dealt with the dead several times.
Surround me. They must know my horrible secret. They'll never let me rest until I've paid for the wrongs I've committed against. Wait a second. I don't have a horrible secret.
Really?
Gotta get in place.
Phew, I'm glad to be finally out of that thing, even though it was a spacious, comfortable model with plenty of leg and headroom. Well, hello there. Say, you look familiar.
Yes, well,
Of course! Guybrush Threepwood. You're the one who locked me in there in the first place.
well, you see, I've been meaning to...
No, I won't hear of it. That was the best time of my life. Gave me plenty of time to think, you know? To think about the things that really matter. I don't know if you've considered this, son, but live burials are not an altogether uncommon experience here in the Caribbean.
I wasn't aware of that.
Not to mention pirate raids and deadly sea battles, huge man-eating reptiles, dangerous quicksand pits, trigger-happy duelists, and of course, those pesky undead. Have you ever thought of what would happen to your loved ones should this gruesome fate befall you?
No, but...
Well, of course, you have plenty of time to think about it. Or do you? I'm one of the lucky ones. I've been dead. It's given me a whole new perspective on life. A life that I'm going to devote to making sure people's life
Are they
insurance
doing the
needs
thing
are
with
met. Here,
the
take one of my business cards
the
I've
plaid
made.
coloring to where it's actually
Yes.
just see-through?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a green screen kind of
How are you able
thing.
to have business cards made?
Now's not the time to worry about the technicalities, son.
Gangsuo,
Now's the time to ask yourself,
Count of Monte
are you
Cristo
covered?
anime
Run
Mm.
along now.
does that,
Let me
and
show
it
you
is really odd, but
It's
like
Doors locked.
yeah.
Nonsense. This is one
it
of
makes it
Stan's
so
cozy crypts.
interesting to
All
watch.
A lot of
encryption,
yeah, a lot of
secure
stuff
lock
does
release
that.
mechanism.
Um,
And it's
Able
just
to
it's
handle
one of those things where it's always distracting,
Th-
but not to where you're just like entirely focused on it. You just
No,
always
thi-
notice it.
This they do it purposefully to where it is like the most entire characters will have a palette of like the most intricate swirls and stuff on them that they constantly move around, and it's just like it's distracting a little bit until you get used to it, and then it's
Yeah.
just kind of every scene looks
Well, yeah,
beautiful
that's-
because of it.
That's a fucking Chowder. That animated Cartoon Network
Yeah,
series. Yeah.
but-
All of the characters are textures.
I can't use the chisel with that.
It does it even worse than that. Like
Yeah.
it's a good series, and it also changes a little bit of the Count of Monte Cristo to where it's
I wonder where
pretty
the
enjoyable.
bodies
Let's pick up the body.
are. I don't need a rotten
There's something here to
corpse.
get, but
That guy was so bloated he burst his coffin. I already have a nice skeleton arm, thank you.
it's not obvious.
Lots of coffins in here.
Nothing in the ivy. Got anything in your coffin?
It's creepy.
There you go.
So that way I can put Stan back in a coffin. And was this the?
That's the one you want to get into.
Okay.
That's the good suit. See, yeah, essentially you have to trick the
Locked.
good suit guy into thinking you're part of his family, so that way you can die again and get buried in that crypt.
Gotcha. Okay. So that's
Oh, yeah, you got the business card.
Mutual of Stan. Because you could die horribly at any moment. It's even laminated.
I assume that is why I have this.
Partially, yes.
This is one ugly picture. Looks just like the bartender.
Call someone ugly and somebody.
I don't think there's anything more to do.
God damn it.
Yep, and now it's already his new office.
Welcome back to Mutual of Stan.
Yeah, Stan's another reoccurring character in the series.
There's nothing I need from him, right? Because I don't know if I want to talk to him right now.
Yes, there actually is.
It's from the Caribbean Correspondence Institute.
You can take a life insurance policy out on
It's a
yourself
water cooler.
with them. So that way when you die, you can claim your own life insurance policy.
Perfect.
You've convinced me. I want to buy some insurance.
A wise choice, and one you won't soon
So you
regret.
hit up Nathan,
The
ask
question
him if
isn't
he wants
whether or
to
not you can afford to buy
I
an
told
insurance
him and he
policy.
didn't get back
It's
to
whether
me.
you can afford not to. Speaking of which, can you afford to buy an insurance policy?
Well,
back
how much
at
does it cost?
30.
Oh, that depends on a
If you wanna
variety
get
of
dinner later,
factors.
let us
How
know.
much coverage you need, how much you're willing to spend, all sorts of highly complicated sliding
I'll message
scale
him
insurance
again.
equations and such. But I won't bore you with all that. Just let me ask you this. How much money do you have?
Well, I've got these wooden nickels.
I see. Maybe I've confused you somewhere along the line. While nothing would please me more to send you out of here, with the peace of mind that your family will be provided for in the unlikely event of your death, I have to run a business here. If you can't at least show me some collateral, I can't give you a policy.
About this gold tooth.
This authentic pirate relic. A genuine tooth from an actual pirate. Only one of its kind.
Is that real gold?
The finest known to man. Not much spit on it either anymore.
Now you're starting to speak my language. All right, let's find a coverage plan that suits your needs. And you can rest assured that you've provided for your family well after your unfortunate departure.
What are the terms of this plan exactly?
It's quite simple, son. When you die, whoever holds that policy gets a lot of money.
A lot of money? Wow.
Wow is right. Now I want you to be careful out there.
Okay, I will. Thanks.
No, I'm serious. I want you to be very, very careful.
Will do.
Okay. mean I might be able to open things now, right?
Yes, you have some. You can do something at the windmill. You cannot open that door, at least not from this side. But you do have a tool that will let you get inside. And no, it's not the hammer or the chisel.
I'm going to hook it onto there and then climb up. Yep.
So you can open the door, but you can also interact with that barrel. Oh wait, no, you can't.
No. It's full of fermenting sugar water used for making rum.
You don't have what you need to put fill. Oh, you can use that.
It's full of sugar water now.
I guess it doesn't matter what kind of water you fill it with. Yeah, you can fill that with like seawater for what you need it for.
Okay. Great, that's it?
Yeah. Let's see.
Anything else here? Because I kind of left here pretty quickly.
No. You're gonna need a new mirror.
It's broken.
And you're
Gotcha.
gonna need a light source.
So I need...
Hi, guys. I guess you'll be wondering how I came to be back from the dead. No questions for the dead guy come back to life? No questions like, is there life after death or is there a heaven? Will there be adequate parking? Fine. Be that way. I wouldn't tell you about the hereafter if you begged me.
Straight up take it, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, now that he's awake, he allows stuff.
Yeah.
So I can now maybe take this empty
Okay.
jar.
He ain't going to dinner with us.
That jar's for my tips.
Okay.
Put it back.
But I was gonna put a whole lot of money in it. Too much for me to carry around with me. So I'm gonna have to take it with me and fill it up.
Oh, okay then.
Stupid.
Here, did you just take my mirror?
Nope.
You're lying, aren't you?
Yes.
Put it back.
One of those.
All right.
Yeah.
Sheesh, what a grouch.
Ah,
What was
I
that?
see.
Nothing.
Mhm.
That won't fit.
What?
It's too big.
How dare they?
There, I've cut out the face. That won't fit.
You just stole that mirror, didn't you?
No, I didn't. It's right there. Look.
I guess you're right. Oh dear. I'm starting to look old.
It's from all that drinking.
Mind your own business.
There's now you can do something in the hotel. So first you have to convince them that you're part of the family.
Right.
Saying you look like them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, you can't put it up like that?
No.
Oh, yeah. 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 But then I need to get him to come up here.
He'll do it on his own.
Oh, he does it on his own?
Ah, there's nothing like family. No matter what may happen in the topsy-turvy world of the Caribbean resort business, I can always relax in the knowledge that I come from good, wealthy stock. breeding. That's what's important. Breeding and culture.
Eugenics.
Just
That's
like
what's
the
important.
family.
Yes.
Breeding, culture, and lots of really old money.
I love that that's an argument constantly
It makes
thrown
a man
around by
proud.
people that hate capitalism.
What?
Oh, like once a family
Oh.
has money, it's
It's,
just
it's
it-
always
it-
rich. The rich are always
yeah,
rich.
the rich are always rich. It's like no, it's like within generally 3 generations, money changes hands.
Yeah, like you can make an argument about stuff like the Rothschilds have stayed rich for a long
Yeah,
time.
Rockefellers and
Stuff like that.
yeah,
But that's not the majority of the wealthy families.
yeah. And even them, their wealth has subsided
Oh,
in
yeah,
some
it's
degree.
diminished.
Um,
And I've talked to him and
I thought if I died, I'd be buried with your aunt.
Well, isn't it obvious? You can't be buried in the Good Soup family crypt unless you're a member of the Good Soup family.
Member of the family, huh? Uncle Griswold, it's me! Don't you recognize me?
Recognize you? I've never seen you before in my life. What is your name?
what's your good soup name?
Hearty beef and potato. I want to be wonton, but I like hearty beef and
Hearty
potato.
beef.
Yeah, I went with it too. It's hard to pass it up.
Potato?
I come from good Irish stock.
God damn it.
I don't recall having any relatives with that name.
Look at me. Don't I look just like a good soup?
Now that you mention it, you do bear a slight resemblance to my great-grandfather, C. Lambert Goodsoup.
Clammy? Why, folks back home used to tell me all the time. You're the spitting image of old Chowder Good Soup.
You know, I think you're right. I wonder why I didn't see it before.
And now you have to.
Yep,
I'd like
kill
to-
myself again.
No.
Right.
Hmm?
You haven't convinced him yet.
Oh.
You look like a good soup, but now you have to prove that you know the good soup history, which you don't.
I could just talk about
Okay.
good soup history all day.
Well, this is a wonderful chance for us to catch up on old times, what? Remember when our family first sailed onto Blood Island?
Do I? I still get goosebumps at the thought of it.
Ah, yes. When was that again?
14... 33?
1433?
2?
No. I can't believe someone of the Good Soup bloodline
Okay.
could be so ignorant of our family's heritage.
So yeah, that's the next step.
I'm off to explore the rustic charms of Blood Island.
It's locked, but can I open it?
You do have what's needed to open it.
It's one of the guest...
A nail.
I can't jimmy the door lock.
Oh god, it's the chisel again, isn't it?
No.
I can't
It's
jimmy
not
the door
chisel or
lock.
hammer. Whew.
I can't jimmy the door lock.
Like I said, it's frequently, but not everything.
I can't jimmy the door lock.
No,
can't
no,
jimmy the
I
door
don't think the
lock.
magic wand's anything.
Damn it, I wanted to open Sesame again. Oh, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm better at this pirating thing than I thought. It worked. It's so musty that I don't want to open it up. It's a really musty smelling wardrobe. Quaint. I'm sure there's nothing in there except one of those hotel Bibles. It's a Murphy bed. The Good Soups. A Life in Pictures by M.M. Goodsoup. I can't reach it.
What the?
It's a Murphy bed. It swings back up.
I'm not sure if that's strong enough to hold it. I might need one more nail.
Glad you said something.
Yep.
There. The bed has been nailed down. That ought to do it.
Can I take his blanket?
Nah.
Wow. I'll bet his room charges are pretty hefty by now. The Murphy bed is slammed up so many times it's made a hole in the wall. Those nails are in there tough.
No, hammer won't do it. Or chisel.
Nothing I have?
Nothing you have.
Okay. Before I start doing... Like,
Yeah.
can't even, like...
You know, you cannot magnet
Use
out.
the magnet with that.
Damn.
It's full of all the dates and fun facts you'd ever want to know about the Good Soup family. And it says I'll receive a new book every month, or cancel with no obligation, and keep my copy of Buccaneers and Bouillabaisse as a free gift. It's full of all the dates and
Okay.
fun facts
Yeah,
you'd ever
you
want to
could
know
just
about
go
the
toss
Good
it.
Yeah,
Soup family.
yeah. Just checking. Oof.
I could just talk about Good Soup history all day.
How about that first fateful journey made to the Caribbean?
We should probably end
you
this soon.
mean the
Because
one
it's
that...
about that time.
It's... Yeah,
where
8:10.
in Salmon Bisque the Good Soup began in 1621?
Let's get ourselves killed again, and then we can end it.
He landed on Scab
Okay.
Island with just a
Because now, yeah,
and a dream.
now we've
Just
convinced him we're a
short
good
years, he had
soup.
formed the largest chain of all soup restaurants
Old hearty
in the
beef and
Western
potato
Hemisphere.
good soup
In
is ready to
1635,
die.
He had driven the entire Van Salad family out of the Caribbean and had a restaurant empire that spanned the globe.
Actually, the Van Salads were not driven out until 1637, and the Good Soup chain of restaurants and resorts never did become popular in the South Pacific.
Yes, we are. Oh, all right. Whatever. Well, son, it looks like you were right. Welcome back to the glorious name of Good Soup.
I'm, honored.
And as a Good Soup, you're welcome to every benefit the name provides. Instant prestige around Blood Island. A 10% discount at any of the Good Soup resorts in the Caribbean. And, of course, medical, dental, and a 401k. And the best thing of all, if you should happen to drop dead, you will be buried in the extravagant Good Soup family crypt.
It's as if all my dreams have come true.
Let's do this again.
Yep.
Oh dear. He's had a sudden and completely unexpected relapse of death. And just as we were getting reacquainted, as his kinsman, it is my duty to give him a proper burial. It is my solemn vow. Young, hearty beef and potato shall be buried in the Good Soup family crypt.
All right.
Alright, there we go. So we'll save it here.
Yes. F1. Save. TG.
Yep. So there we go. Yeah, we might be able to finish this on one more stream. Might have to break it into two, or just do a really
Yeah.
long one of this. But
Ominous.
yeah, if you want an Easter egg, look through the crumbling hole.
Hey, there's a hole in the ceiling of this crypt. I think I might be able to squeeze through.
Nice.
Wow, it's a tunnel that opens on a deep, dark forest. It looks familiar somehow. As if I've seen it in a dream. Or maybe it's... I don't know. Great jumping monkeys! A terrifying horde of stunningly rendered rabid jaguars. They're coming right at me! Whew. It's a good thing I couldn't get through that hole. I'd be done for.
Okay.
Good.
There we go.
Good
We'll call
job,
it
Gabe.
quits here. Next week, I think just more of the same. More Riddick, more Killer 7.
I enjoyed Riddick quite a bit.
Yeah.
I enjoyed how tough it actually is. Like,
Yeah.
how quickly you can die is
Yes.
kind of amazing.
It's a neat little game. It's
Yeah.
not good,
It's interesting.
but yes, it keeps your attention.
It reminds me a lot of the first it was a trilogy of first-person shooters where aliens come and what the fuck was that game called? I have all 3 of them. Second one was meh. Third one was fine.
Original system it came out on?
PlayStation 3? I can remember, like, it has the alien
Resistance?
skull. Resistance.
Yes.
Yeah. So the first level of Resistance,
Mhm.
you have a health bar,
Yeah.
and it has the 4 blips, kind of like how you would have in Riddick.
Yeah.
And then once you lose one of those blips, you can, or if you go down and you don't lose that first blip, it can regenerate.
Yeah.
The first level doesn't have that because you don't have alien powers yet.
Mm.
You get injected with alien powers at the end of the
Yeah.
first level. So the first level is one of the hardest in the entire fucking game.
Yeah.
And then past that, the game is still very tough.
But, yes.
But there is you can sit back and recover like new first-person shooters. But like, there's no health packs in the first level. The first level is hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that was kind of Riddick. Like, yeah, the system's going to be, you're going to need stealth, but you're not going to have light. And now that we have light, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to kick ass now.
Yes. All right. So, yeah. Next week, more of the same. Toodles all.